we'd wake up the next morning and we were gonna run with the bulls. And I got on my little white outfit with my little red sash, my little red bandana. Lizette, woo! Lizette is wearing skin-tight red pants and a skin-tight baby t-shirt. And on the front there's a picture of a bull wearing a tutu and dancing shoes, and underneath is the word ballerina. I fear for her life. She's wearing 6-inch heels. By bull or by Spaniard, she's gonna be prodded by something. That year was the most dangerous year to run. There was more people that been injured that year than any year since 1865. More people had been killed that year than any year since 1872. The day before, a girl from New Jersey had been gored by a bull. And the papers are filled with stories about how it's always the Americans that get hurt. But we did not go in it unawares. I got the skinny from an old drunk the night before. This old boy, he's doing magic tricks on the streets for money. Mira, magia. El cigarette en mis ojos. Oh. I'm okay. Mira. Magia. Oh. ¿Te gusta? ¿Sí? Give me $1. Hey, Americano. I like your little outfit. Come here. I tell you about the running of the bulls. Give me $5. $5. The bulls started 500 years ago, right here in Pamplona. And it started way to get the bulls from the bullpen on the edge of town to the bull ring in the center of town. The caballeros, that's Espanol for cowboy, they run the bulls through town. See, the bulls are fast, so you gotta run. Mira, todo aquí, mira. That's all it was. A bunch of good old boys trying to do their job. In the year 1542, 4 drunken idiots decided to help the caballeros out. 4 drunken idiots, that's all it took. The year we ran, 40,000 drunken idiots. Then the old drunk, he tells us there's rules. Rule numero 1. If you fall down, stay down. It turns out it's much better to be trampled by a bull than to be gored by one. Rule numero 2. The streets of Pamplona are curvy, and the cobblestones, they are slick. The Spaniard knows these. You Americanos, you don't know. You see, there's this one sharp curve of dog legs to the right, and all the Spaniards, they stay on the inside of this curve. The Americans, they don't like the press of people, so they get on the outside because there's no one there. There's no one there because 2 tons of pissed off bull flesh is about to come sliding in and slam into the wall. Boom! That's what happened to the girl from New Jersey. Stay on the inside of the curb. And then the old drunk, he tells us that if we make it all the way to the end of the run, we can run into the bull ring with the bulls. That's what I want to do. In fact, I have decided I want to run into the bull ring at the same time as the bulls. It is at once my most brilliant and most foolish idea. Lizette wants no part of my idiocy. She says she's going to run ahead. Baby, I'll meet you in the ring. And I can track her progress through the crowd by the click-clack of her high-heeled shoes on the cobblestones and the laughter and applause and screams as she walks by. Now, there's no way that I make it from the pen to the ring in the 3 minutes it takes the bulls. So I start right in the middle, in Constitution Square. Looks like thousands of other guys got the same idea as me. Oh, hey, how you doing? It's like a brotherhood of fools. Everyone takes their little neckerchief off, they hold them in the air, they're screaming and yelling. Exactly 8 o'clock in the morning. They set off a rocket to let you know the bulls are running. Boom! We take off running down the street. People hanging out their windows and their balconies, throwing flowers and yelling and screaming. Quarter, run! We run hard down the street to the curve, the one the old drunk had warned me about. I jump to the inside and I watch as man after man slides on the cobblestones and slams into the walls. Looks like the old drunk was right. The bulls are just now coming out of the pens. I run hard down the street. It's this tall, narrow street. People hanging out the windows as the morning sun paints these beautiful reds and yellows and oranges across the rooftops. I'm out of breath when I get to the end of the street, and then suddenly, bam! The Plaza del Toro, the place of the bulls. It's enormous. Thousands of people line the streets that run to the bull ring on the other side. It's an enormous edifice, 500 years old, the oldest in Spain. As I'm running across to the bull ring, I catch up with Lizette. She's broken a heel off from her shoe on the cobblestones. Baby, what are you doing here? We gotta go. And I jam the heel back into place. Come on, baby, come on, we gotta run. And we run into the ring. Now, folks, there's this sharp down curve that goes into a tunnel that leads underneath the stands of the ring into the ring itself. And it's slippery as hell in the morning dew. We're running down. Suddenly, the man in front of me, he slips, he falls over, I jump over him. The man in front of him, he gets up from where he's fallen, his nose is broken from the fall. Lizette screams, his face is a mask of blood. We shove past him into the tunnel. It's dark and packed with people. Sweaty and hot. It's got an arched roof, and at the far end, there's a shaft of light shining down from the ring. And we're arming and elbowing our way through the people when suddenly we hear it. The sound of hooves on cobblestones. Feel a change in the crowd. More pushing, more shoving, more desperate, more dangerous. The far end, the man turns to see where the bulls are. I spin around and shove him. Move! They're here! But I let go of Lizette and I lost her in the dark. No time to think about it now. I run out into the ring, into the light. And as I do, 10,000 people jump to their feet and scream as one, Toro! The bulls are here. Right behind me. And the bulls are fast. I break to the right just as the first animal brushes past. My legs are like jelly. My lungs are on fire. My head is throbbing in a rhythm to my heart. Never felt so alive. As I break from the path of the bulls, 100 Spaniards rush past. They got these rolled up newspapers in their hands, which they use to smack at the bulls, and they're yelling and screaming, Mira, Toro aquí, Mira, look at me, bull, look at me. And they smack at the bulls with their newspaper. I smack at you, bull, I smack at you, bull, I smack at you, death. Spaniards are crazy. As the matadors usher the bulls from the ring, I'm looking everywhere for Lizette. There she is. I see a knot of Spaniards shout "Olé" and lift her up onto their shoulders. Looks like she had a good run too. It was a perfect day. The morning sun shining onto a beautiful upturned face. The morning breeze tossing her long blonde hair. I love you. Marry me! She tosses me a wink and blows me a kiss. As 100 brave men toast the woman I love, the girl who ran with the bulls in her 6-inch heels.